grandfather on my dad's side, his name was Gary.
I'm going to talk about Landon Hill, and he was one of my very good friends in freshman, sophomore year.
It was our first child, Michael, and he died in 1989.
My mother that passed away when I was like 14. I just had turned 14.
It was something totally sudden, not something that we were expecting at all.
I tried to mail a letter out because his hearing was wasn't very good. And the cancer really took a toll on his body physically, so even talking on the phone was almost strenuous for him, so I tried to mail out a letter to, just tell him what I had been able to accomplish my first year in college, what I had planned to do, etc., etc., and it didn't get to him in time, and I felt really bad, I had months to do it, never did.
In a way, I felt happy that he wasn't killed by a person. Like, that at least was some comfort, that it wasn't a violent end to his life. But then, obviously I was just grieving for this person who, had so much potential and every potential in the world. And I remember we used to work out at the SRC, and we'd talk about how he's gonna live in New York and get a sugar daddy and everything like that, and how I'd be down, over in the next building, kind of running the world together. And yeah, it was one of those things where you see somebody with so much potential, you want the best for them in life, and then life's just taken from them. And I thought it wasn't fair. And I know a lot of people who slack and who don't do anything, and it's almost just it's just not fair.
I knew that, we all die, we just don't know when. And the thought of, not having my parents around upset me. One night in particular, for whatever reason, I just was thinking about it, but it never really dawned on me that it could happen, that we would lose our child first.
This stands out more than anything. I come home from school one time, and I don't know what boy it was, or I don't even remember this part about it, but I was so mad at this boy. I come home and I said, I hate you. And I remember my mother sat me down and she said, you never to hate nobody. And to the day it sticks, if nothing else sticks, my mother ever sat down seriously talking with me, this did. She said, you never hate nobody, because to hate them, then if you ever want to get to heaven, you can't hate nobody in this world. She said, now you can dislike their ways, you can hate their ways, but you cannot hate them as being a person, because there's a soul there. So I can say that one thing, that I don't hate nobody in this world. I don't like a lot of the ways, a lot of things that people does, but as far as hatred, my mother instilled that into me, that I remember that as far as anything that she's ever said to me.
That's really all I have to say, except that I love him to death and I wish he was still here like everyone else. But, it's one of those things that you try and move on from, and then you really cherish your friends and just, keep going.
You've got to cherish what you have, because you never know when it's going to be taken away from you.